Oh, Rivian CEO warns that Rivian's Q2 numbers will be messy. So the numbers will be bad and likely there will be many one-offs. AJ believes that Rivian, just like the last time, will sell off upon earnings announcement. Market will be yet again sticker shocked by the bad numbers, and Rivian's capital need will become all the more obvious. AJ doubles down. It's funny how people trust a CEO who created the largest ever losses of any automaker anywhere. It's all in the financials for anyone to see. It's crazy. You can see the accumulated deficit right here, $20 billion. And it's reflected in the stock price. Jeep is trying, and I applaud them for that. Jeep has fully unveiled the 2024 Wagoneer S, their first global battery electric vehicle. The launch edition price is $72,000. The range is 300 miles, 0 to 60, 3.4 seconds. The first deliveries start in 2024. Currently, if you want a really big EV, you don't really have many options, so I like this. I thought it had 3 rows, but no, it only has 2. But how does it compare to a Model X? Well, you can either pay $72,000 for this Jeep or get a Model X for $63,990 and still qualify for the $7,500 credit, by the way, with better range, 335 miles, higher efficiency, faster charging. You can actually have a 3rd row, certainly better infotainment, and you have an option to get FSD. It also comes standard with autopilot. It's also proven to be extremely safe, and you also get the doors, although for some that's a negative. I personally like them, although my friend has a Model X, and every time I get in his car, I find it's a bit slow to get in the car because it takes such a long time for the doors to open. I mean, it's not really that long, but it's just faster if you could just open a regular door and get in the vehicle instead of waiting for the doors to go up and then waiting for the doors to come down. But it is a spectacle every time. So this is where my tax dollars go. Transport Canada has now confirmed this, issuing an OTA recall for 109,000 Tesla cars to change the park, brake, and ABS icons from words to symbols as they were originally. And I kid you not, they actually say this is a safety risk. Wow, obviously one of these is extremely dangerous to drivers. I mean, one says ABS and the other one says ABS. One says brake and the other one says brake, but in smaller letters. So Canada gets the old icons and the US is getting the new icons. And the US regulators dared to call it a recall. So it needs a recall saying the icons were too wrong. Now Canada's recalling the new icons, needs and wanted because they are actually harder to read and make the car less safe. So if I understand correctly, we Canadians are getting this and you guys in America are getting this. But what if I take my Model 3 and drive across the border? Does that make my vehicle unsafe? Because I will have the wrong icons? Oh look, the all-in Tesla stock investor, multi-billionaire, KoGuan Leo, is standing in front of a Tesla at this showroom without saying anything bad about Elon. He didn't say anything bad about Elon today, right? Wrong. At a mega cap company like Tesla, what is perhaps even more relevant to shareholders is that a staggered board can hinder shareholders from holding directors accountable for poor responsiveness. Top proxy advisor ISS recommends against Elon Musk's $56 billion Tesla pay package. However, they voted against it before in 2018, so it makes sense that they maintain their position. In addition, the grant in many ways failed to achieve the board's other original objectives of focusing CEO Musk on the interests of Tesla shareholders as opposed to other business endeavors and aligning his financial interests more closely with those of Tesla stockholders. Other concerns include a lack of clarity on the board's plan for Musk's future pay. I like this though. It's a very interesting case for Tesla given it is the most widely held stock globally by retail investors who frankly don't give a hoot about what ISS tells them to do, said a global market strategist. Oh, and this gives us some insight into how the voting is going. A report by eToro earlier this month showed that votes had been exercised on around a quarter of all Tesla shares held by users of the trading platform. So only a quarter, that's not many. With more than 80% voting in favor of Musk's pay package. So people are voting for, but not many people. But we know that institutions are going to vote. They have to, but for retail Tesla stockholders, are you going to vote? Can you vote? If anybody is going to buck the trend of what proxy advisors say, it's going to be Tesla. The vote is a real test case for the power of retail investors. So if the turnout is low, probably it's not going to go through. But if the turnout is actually really high, there's a good chance that Elon's compensation package will be approved because retail Tesla stockholders are voting in favor of Elon's compensation package. And here's another bank, this time in Finland, that allows you to vote. It is healthy to vote. Also, Tesla released this new update showing the health of your cabin filter. I didn't even know this existed, so it's pretty cool. Kia Niro EV recalled over potential fire risk. This is a good reason to get yourself a Tesla instead of a Kia. And I just posted another exclusive video on Patreon, server breaking news. I also posted a video yesterday, a day before that, and a day before that, and a day before that. So if you're not on Patreon, you are missing out. By joining Patreon, you will have access to all of my exclusive videos on Patreon, as well as how much I am willing to pay for each Tesla share between 2024 and 2033. If you join the investor tier, you will also have access to my valuation model, where you will see all of my assumptions, including deliveries, the energy business, Tesla's future businesses like FSD, and of course much more. And then if you want to easily download that and put in your own numbers, then this third tier is for you. To all of my Patreon supporters, thank you so much. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't yet as well. It's really important to like the videos because that makes it less likely that the channel will be shadow banned later, like my other big channel got shadow banned before from about 50% of my regular viewers. Also remember that tomorrow there's not going to be a news-based video on this channel for the latest news tomorrow. Check out the Clips channel. I will do a live stream on that channel tomorrow.